name's Jacob Tierney, and I'm the director of a film called The Trotsky that just screened at the Traverse City Film Festival.
Fantastic. What came first, acting, writing, or directing?
Acting. I've been acting since I was 5 years old, so it's hard to start writing at that age. I've been a professional. I've been working as a professional actor since I was 5.
What were some of the early films, and how old were you once again? You were 5 years old when you started?
Yeah, tons of movies you've never heard of. I had made about 25 films by the time I was 12, and been on a bunch of TV series. And
Canadian?
Yeah, I'm from Canada, yeah.
Fantastic. And your father, he's a producer as well.
Produced this film, yeah.
Your father, I was going to ask you who the producer was. And what type of background does your dad have as a producer
My father
in
came out
Canada?
of teaching, and he was a university teacher when I was a kid, and he eventually was a film publicist, and he taught film. He was a film publicist, then he was a development executive, he was a marketing executive, and then eventually he became a producer, independent producer.
Wow. And what type of influence did he have in your choosing this as your career?
There was no. When I started acting, my father did not work in film. There was no. You don't really make choices when you're that young. You just kind of start doing things, and if you like them, you keep doing them. And so there was never really a moment of choice. It's just something that I've been doing now for 25, 26 years.
Okay, you're here at the Traverse City Film Festival for the movie The Trotsky.
Yes.
And how did you come across the creative thought of writing that screenplay?
I really wanted to write a progressive high school film. That was what I wanted to do, and I was very interested in Leon Trotsky as an adolescent, and so eventually those two ideas just kind of merged in my mind, and this story came out. But I loved high school films, and I really wanted to make a high school film that was a bit different. So that's how I started.
You're from Montreal, eh?
I am, yeah.
I lived in Toronto. Did you hear me say A? Yeah, I lived in Toronto for about 3 months, and I lived in Vancouver for almost a year back in the early 70s, but beautiful country.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how can you compare the film industry in Canada in comparison to the United States?
Wow.
Or can you?
Well, I don't think you really can. It's hard to compare the American film industry with the industry of any other country. It's so much bigger. It features so many different levels, from micro budget to massive budgets that other countries can't fathom. In Canada, we tend to top out at about a $10 million budget is kind of the most you can really get, unless you're doing a massive co-production. Beyond that, our government supports the arts. We are subsidized, heavily subsidized, like every other country in the world except America. I should add, it's not unique.
You are so fortunate to be able to have a government that does that for you.
Every other country in the world has it, but you guys.
And a lot of other things.
Yep.
Our health care would be a lot better if it was patterned after the Canadian health care as well.
True, yeah.
But anyway, in the panel, you were asked the question how long it took to write the screenplay, and you mentioned, I believe, 10 years.
Well, no, that was when I first wrote it. I was not writing it for 10 years.
Right.
I wrote it, I put it away, work on it, but I certainly was not writing it for 10 years. That would be a misnomer. Yeah.
What type of reaction are you getting from people that you're trying to get to distribute the film to theaters?
We have a distributor in the States, and we have distributors in a bunch of different countries, and it's been pretty good. We've been pretty lucky in the sense that we're selling the film, so it's a good
Your
thing.
cinematographer. The cinematography was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it somebody that you've worked with in the past, or is it somebody you just worked for the first time?
It was our first time working together. We just made another film together. He is in Canada one of the great cinematographers.
And what is his name?
His name is Guy Dufault, and he shoots films for Denis Arcand, and for Deepa Mehta, and for Robert Lepage, and all of the best filmmakers.
Did he do the lighting as well?
Oh yes, that's how that works.
Yes. Just the cinematography. And did he, as a cinematographer on the show, how much input did you have as far as the composites of each of the scenes?
Oh, that's all me.
That's all you.
Yeah.
That's all you.
The cinematographer doesn't tell me what to do.
I tip my hat off to you because the composites of all the shots, I mean, were absolutely beautiful. I mean, the movie was so seamless, and it's just such a unique storyline. And the lead actor,
Yes, Jay
who
Baruchel.
reminds me very much of a cross between Tom Hanks and Woody Allen. He is brilliant. How did you get a hold of him?
I've known him a long time. We grew up on the same street, and he is just a terrific actor, and I followed his career.
It's funny you say that, because the rapport that you were at the very end of the movie, obviously,
Yes,
right?
yeah, I played Lennon.
The rapport that you both had, I mean, I felt like these guys, they seem like they've really known each other, or they're doing a hell of a job of acting, you know?
We do know each other very well. He's also the star of the next film, the film we just made, and yeah, he's a huge talent, and you know, I always knew this movie was going to rise or fall with his performance, because it's that kind of part. You know, he's in every scene, he's all over the place, and he's an enormously gifted actor, very funny, very physically funny, and has a ton of charisma.
He never dropped character at all.
Gives a wink. No.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the thing that was very impressive also, from the least of all the extras that you had in the show, there was not a weak link. Who cast the show?
Well, my casting director, a woman named Rosina Bucci, and myself. I mean, you know, the whole team. We all
So
cast.
did they bring these people to you, and then obviously you?
Depends. Some people I know and I ask for, and I offer parts to, and other people we auditioned and to see what was out there. But yeah, it's usually a collective decision.
Brilliant casting job. And there was a couple of segments in the film that were very interesting. The Untouchables. You probably know what I'm going to ask, right?
It's not the Untouchables. It's Battleship Potemkin. But,
The baby cart.
yeah, we're not doing the Untouchables.
Yeah, oh, right.
We're
But
doing Eisenstein.
yeah. There was a scene in The Untouchables years ago. But I mean,
But we're paying homage to the same film. It's not.
yes, you are, and it was done so marvelously. How long did it take you to film those
One day.
sequences?
We did all that stuff in one day.
Very, very classic. Jacob, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And what's the future of the show, of the movie?
The film is being released right now in the States. It's available on VOD as well. Tribeca Films are our distributor, and it'll be on DVD. Before
Netflix?
Christmas.
Will it be on Netflix?
I think so. I assume so. Right now it's on VOD, and so by the time it gets to DVD, I believe it will be on Netflix as well.
So what's the next project for you?
A film called Good Neighbors, which will begin its life soon.
Any actors that you can throw out? Names?
A lot of the same actors from this film: Jay Baruchel, Emily Hampshire, Scott Speedman, who's not in this one, who's one of the stars of that. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Jacob.
Thank you.
Fantastic.